Sind wir frei? Ja. Hallo, herzlich willkommen hier auf der Boot 2024, 6. Tag. Wir sind hier auf der Axopar 22 und gleich noch auf der Axopar 25. Zwei trailerbare Boote von Axopar, perfekt für mit in Urlaub zu nehmen, perfekt für Wassersport. Und da ich selber noch nicht so viel Zeit auf der Axopar 22 oder 25 verbracht habe wie auf anderen Modellen und ich immer finde, dass es sehr wichtig ist, dass man einfach beschreibt, was das Boot ausmacht und wie man das Boot nutzt, habe ich hier zwei Leute mit an Bord, die auch ein Video schon letztes Jahr hier auf der Messe zusammen gemacht haben, nämlich der Reese Hornibrook, der mit mir zusammen in Traben-Trarbach arbeitet, und Johan Holm von Axopar, der Verkaufsleiter von Axopar in Finnland. Beide haben das gleiche Boot vom gleichen Setup, glaube ich, beide mit Multi-Storage, so wie wir hier gerade haben. Wobei die Use Cases trotzdem sehr unterschiedlich sind. Können wir eigentlich in Deutsch weitermachen und du antwortest in Englisch, also dass er in Deutsch reden kann, dann kannst du ja eigentlich alles verstehen.
We can try.
And you're going to answer because you speak some German, yeah?
I understand some German.
Yeah, I understand. But
Well, you'll see.
so you will just answer in English. We will try it, otherwise we switch in English.
Sure.
So, Reese, Axopar 22, du bist das einzige Boot, was gerade noch in Traben-Trarbach im Hafen liegt. Ja? Also eigentlich ist die Steganlage leer, aber du hast das Schiff noch im Wasser liegen und du fährst auch noch damit. Also vielleicht nicht gerade letzte Woche oder nicht im Dezember, aber du bist im November noch damit gefahren mit der Family und auch jetzt, sobald irgendwie die ersten Sonnenstrahlen kommen, bist du wieder auf dem Wasser?
Ja, also wir haben vor 2 Wochen Eis im Hafen gehabt, also da sind wir nicht gefahren, aber klar, wenn das Wetter mitspielt, dann sind wir bereit, dann ziehen wir die Wetsuits an und dann geht's los. Wir können foilen oder einfach einen schönen Tag auf das Wasser verbringen. Ja.
Du hast 2 Jungs,
Genau.
Ben, Tom, die sind beide begeisterte Wassersportler, vor allem aber Tom mehr, der ist dieses Jahr zum kleinen Wakeboard-Crack geworden, hier hinten dran, oder?
Ja, die üben. Also wir haben, glaube ich, ein paar Betriebsstunden gesammelt dieses Jahr und die üben ganz fleißig und nicht nur Wakeboarden, aber die hängen mit der Joby-Tube und solche Sachen hinter das Boot und haben einen riesig Spaß. Und wir haben auch das Vergnügen gehabt, andere Kinder, also die Freunden, Wakeboarding beizubringen. Ja?
Ja, das ist, glaube ich, so ein bisschen, wenn es nur das Boot ist, wo, ich sag mal, sie mit deiner Frau, also als Familie nutzt, hat es einen Charakter, aber gerade auch dieses Freunde einladen und die auch dazu vom Wassersport zu begeistern, und wenn die dann auch, ich sag mal, Spaß daran haben, dann ist das irgendwie, dann ist es so ein Gefühl für deine Söhne, dass irgendwie sie haben denen was beigebracht. Es ist irgendwie, das ist ein ganz tolles Gefühl, glaube ich, für die Jungs in dem Alter,
Ja.
dass einfach andere Kids vorbei. Ich hatte das auch mit zu Hause mit dem Booten, Wasserski und so weiter, dass man anderen Kindern was zeigen kann, was man selber vielleicht schon kann und die dann auch begeistert sind davon.
Genau, einfach auf dem Wasser zu kommen. Also die Kinder sind natürlich begeistert, Wakeboarding zu lernen, aber auch auf einem Boot zu sein und überhaupt mit Fender und Leinen und ein bisschen Boot fahren, Bootfahren lernen.
Ich habe 2, 3 Fotos hier, das System, deswegen waren wir auch ein bisschen spät dran, spinnt nur gerade ein bisschen. Wir haben es zu oft schon gemacht, dass es eigentlich funktionieren sollte, aber so, das sind deine Jungs hier mit Tube fahren.
Ja, genau.
Bei mir vom Haus ist das direkt, das ist die Wolver Brücke. Das ist euer Boot, wie ihr in Holland seid. Das habt ihr dort hingetrailert, oder?
Richtig. Letztes Jahr hingetrailert und es ist was mit einem Außenborde sowieso tipptopp.
Also ihr seid praktisch gebeacht da, oder?
Genau, der Tom steht im Wasser da und sieht das Boot am Land und der ist nur ein kleiner Kerl, also der ist damals 10 gewesen. Und es hat das Boot am Land gezogen. Ja, und
ihr habt das dort hingetrailert, ihr habt da ein Hausboot gemietet. Ich war euch ja besuchen, wir sind ja Flightboarden gewesen. Es war ein sehr cooles Setup da in Holland an der Maas, oder?
Ja, und ich glaube, dafür ist die 22 auch sehr praktisch, ja? Dass man andere Revieren ausprobieren kann. Ja? Und wir sind nicht nur an der Mosel geblieben, aber wir haben auch in der Nähe tolle Gewässer.
Ja, weil es einfach so easy zu handeln ist.
Ja.
So your use case is a little bit different. It's also a family, like you're using it with your wife, and you're using it, but as well beside for some water sports as well as a commuter. This name, which is for everybody South Kiel not understandable why you commute with a boat.
That's
so
right.
tell me what that means, you commute with a boat.
Yes, so we have our summer place on an island in the outer archipelago in Finland, in one of the most beautiful outer destinations in the archipelago. So that's our happy place. That's the place where we go each and every weekend after a busy week at work. That's where we relax and have great fun with friends and family.
I mean, you have been saying in the video, but probably many people, which this video I really recommend to you to look at, because there's also some more pictures in it. But you have been driving the boat also at some harsh conditions, where
Yes.
you were the only one out.
Yep, that's right.
Where you underestimated the waves which you were catching.
Just looking out from the cottage window, the sea didn't look that harsh, but yes.
Then you went around the corner or something, and it was really.
Yes. So we had quite a strong wind and storm, but we just needed to take ourselves from our island to a place called Hanko, where our friends were getting married. So that was
you should be there.
So we have absolutely no way to miss it or to be late.
Okay.
So we pushed through. We were safe and sound. We had super much fun. The boat is really capable. That's also something that I would never compromise on when choosing a boat. Great handling, safety, good sea keeping. That's invaluable, I have to say.
What I really want to point out on this boat is due to its construction, or the widths. You can even tell more about it, because you went more when you bought the boat into the special design of the boat, but it's the widths in the stern, and you can underline it how stable that boat is. Yeah. So when you prepare for water skiing or whatever, Tom is sitting in the back, and then people are moving around. It's not like moving at all. It's like a 3 times bigger boat. Or this is very special, because you are, due to working with me. You have been on many boats. We in general having boats which are good in when it comes to stability, also without driving. But we also have some other boats we go during the year on.
Yeah,
in the service in the harbor, and there's surprises there, where the boat is double the size. And you remember, I don't want to know the name, but with this American boat we've been on, where it's crazy how unstable other boats could be. And this is a very small boat. When you jump at the back, it's like going.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we touched on that a little bit last time. Actually, when we were standing outside the boat, I think we were talking about the design of the hull, and also the bathing platform in general, how much volume we have there. I had a discussion actually with a customer in another hall about his boat, which has this problem, not just at anchor or at a mooring, but also whilst driving. So if people are moving around on his boat, similar size boat to this, he really feels the boat start to list. So I was trying to sell him Humphrey interceptors, and which we unfortunately can't put on here, by the way. Not that we really need it, but I did try it.
Exactly.
I had a look. Yeah.
Yep.
So he was telling me this story, and it's something that we simply don't experience here due to the hull shape.
Then your boat was in the water when the harbor had ice. So this is also like, normally we're talking about winterizing engines when it's minus degrees or below zero. So, which is quite interesting. So so the only thing you winterize, in fact, is your toilet in the front.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else, and the engine can be in the ice more or less. And we saw that the pictures of the premiere, or this first video Janne did about the 29, he was also going full through the ice, or we did also when we were in Vasa. So the engine wakes up more or less covered in ice. You need to be sure the ice is not really connecting to it, so with some bubbles in the water, but then you more or less, the surrounding could be minus 15, minus 20, and the outboard can cover this, which is quite unique. And that's why the outboard also in your region, because Janne always says in Vasa, it's like you're using the boats until you can use the car. So not that you go to every island by car, but again, so meaning using the car means then it's the ocean is ice all over, yes. And then the boating stops.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
So it's the same for you then.
Yes, in the outer archipelago where we are using our boats, Yes, right now we had a quite a cold November and December, so we got ice sooner or earlier than normally. So, but yes, there's a lot of ice right now. We are still waiting for the ice to melt. A couple of months or so, and then we are going out again.
So then we're sitting here, which I really like, is the Med Pack on the 22, because in fact, you know, when it comes to, I would say, hull design, layout, optical design, like hull design when it comes to driving, agility, like for you, you're always saying it's like a go-kart, how cool it drives, then how the look is very cool. But people were sometimes a little bit hassling with the Scandinavian design when it comes to the cushion setup. It has been not so cozy. I think you took this criticism for granted, and now it's a completely different boat in which we are in here. Even though, sorry, it's the same boat, but there's just more textile in. We have the optional smart deck flooring, or the AVA decking. So just some details in the boat change the boat completely in its setup. And it doesn't matter if you choose the multi-storage or the U-sofa, so the Med Pack is available for the both. And what I really like is these cushions here on the railing, the same in the front, because it's like a leaning at cushion. So you just, you know, great extra space due to these cushions, which are just put onto the railing.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is just before you called us over. I approached him to ask.
Special price on this.
Yeah, well,
I'm the one who's buying the stuff. So.
No, but this is a very nice leaning spot. But of course, when you fold this whole multi-storage cushions out to a large sun pad, this is one of the best backrests you have there. So this is
also backrest, or also you know, having a lounge. If you have a nap, yes. you have a headrest.
Reading
as well.
a book or whatever you fancy to do. Exactly.
What is the fuel you would say because this is also a beginner boat? So Reese, how much do you have any idea how much fuel you burn a year? You know.
Oh, a year? No, I haven't calculated this, to be honest.
But people are always afraid of that, how much cost such a boat generates on fuel, because when you tell somebody this engine is probably under cruising taking 30 liters an hour.
No, less.
25 liters.
Yeah.
But it's still, compared to a modern car, if you don't drive a G-Class Mercedes or like a SUV, it still sounds quite a massive number.
I think it sounds like a big number, but the use of the boat, it's not like we're in one day traveling huge distances. Yeah. So I know your trip out to the island, I remember you saying something like, it was amazing, like 10 kilometers? No, 10 kilometers?
No, it's actually just a couple of nautical miles.
Okay.
So it's about, I mean, depending on which route we take, but roughly 10 minutes from mainland out to the island.
Sure, and when we're wakeboarding, most of the time it's around 20 knots. So it's probably sitting around 20 liters an hour, and I would say what's really nice is the range. It's basically up until about 30 knots, 31 knots. The consumption is quite reasonable. And then everything over that, you know, I think my boat goes around 37, 38. So everything over that is starting to go up. But
the range is a big thing, because we have a quite big fuel tank for the amount for the size of the boat and so on. So it could be even a fuel tank over 28. What do you know the capacity?
230.
230 liters. That was the start of the 28 back in the days of the fuel tank 10 years ago. And we have a much smaller engine on here and a much more efficient hull.
Absolutely.
So this is also, I think, a big advantage, because fuel gas stations are not that easy to reach, not all over the place. Sure. So if you have a full fuel tank, you can, you know, get a full long weekend out of it. You like 4 days or whatever, with every day 3-4 hours of using the boat. It's easy, and you still have some spare.
Speaking of a full weekend, I was talking to Jan-Erik and asking if you guys can produce a tent for this area. Yeah?
Well, what was the answer?
it was a good idea.
That's good. Yeah. So maybe we'll eventually see it here in Düsseldorf in 1 year
Maybe
from
he's
now.
over there. Maybe we just shoot him under pressure and get him on board.
Yeah.
So what is your plans for this season then with the boat? Any plans yet?
No, let me think. Well, I'm not going away anywhere, so I think it's going to be a local season. To be honest, last year we were in Australia, so we're looking forward to staying at the Mosel this year and really taking advantage of the situation there. And you had a beautiful summer in 23 at the Mosel, so I think we'll be out on the boat as much as we can, and I'd like to explore a few other parts of the Mosel. North and
maybe
south,
also once going to Mainz on the Rhine, like
exactly.
the Mittelrheintal.
Exactly. So getting
the boats there.
This is in a day, and maybe do a little bit of city hopping on the Rhine. That would be.
There's
nice.
by the way, if you do that, there's the only döner at the water in Frankfurt. So in Frankfurt in town, there's on the Main, you can stop at a boat, and it's a boat döner. The customer of us is always going there. They're like the guy having the Bravos there. So you just stop on a boat which is lying in the middle of Frankfurt. You have the skyline there, and you get one of the best döners. Like you can, if you Google him, he's top-rated best döners in Frankfurt. So döner boat.
We might have to lie something down on the med pack so the kids don't.
So any plans from your side, or is it just a summer house use?
Yeah, also.
Do you have a trailer? Do you own a trailer for the boat?
No, I don't. No.
So it's the boat is just stored like a big boat in the winter storage.
That's right. Yes, exactly. So no, actually no special plans. We try to go out to the island each and every weekend after a week at work. And then
would you consider like a bigger boat, like the 25? Should you just walk over and have a look? Is that something you could consider? And why would you do so?
That's actually something that we have been thinking about during the last couple of months or so. We actually love the idea of potentially being able to spend a weekend or so on board. So the front cabin is just enough for that, for 2 people. So that's something we are looking at. This is also a super nice boat. Lengthwise, it's a bit longer than the Axopar 22, but the width is the same. So and also with the same very well proven twin-stepped hull. So it's a fantastic boat to drive.
So the basically is most of the boat is the same.
You're right.
It's the same,
yes,
same width. That's why you can also use again the modularity, which you're so famous for. So in fact, for these ones who have not been that much into the Axopar product, so this is the optional layout you can also have on the 22.
You're
like
right.
The boat we just been on is exactly orderable in this setup, where you then can lower this table and put a fill-in cushion in here. Then you also get now a feeling of the width you have for the sunbed. The more space you definitely have in this area here in comparison to the 22.
Yes, you're right.
And then you have, in comparison, for sure, a bigger windscreen, and something you have never done before, and since then also not again, is an asymmetric decks design, which is brings you on the port side to the front, and you have a sunbed in the front. So this is, I would say, when we talk about Mediterranean package, this is probably even more a boat for the Med, because you have a fixed sunbed in the front, you have a storage front cabin where you can also have a sleepover.
Excellent.
Yeah.
First of all, do we have the possibility to get the bigger cushions from the Med Pack in silver tags aftermarket? So somebody can get them, if you have already 25, the bigger cushions.
These ones here?
Also in silver tags, or only in Med Pack?
A good question. We appreciate all the feedback that we are getting. This U-shaped sofa, which we have here on the 25, this you can get actually more or less totally converted also into, or with the silver text cushions, with those materials.
No, but this one is bigger. And
yes, that's right. That's correct.
So he's asking about if he could get for his boat this one in the new design.
Text.
Yeah.
That's
so it fits to his boat.
Exactly. That's something we haven't done yet, but we take all the feedback with open arms.
So the best would be this customer should send us an email, and then we will find that out.
That's
You
right.
give it to the engineers or the spare part department, and maybe this could be an idea
That's something we can look into for sure.
to also support the existing customers with
of
this
course.
improvement which was established with the Medpack here.
Yes, absolutely.
Second question. Is it possible to have a 22 with 100 horsepower outboard on the Bodensee?
Yes, definitely possible. The 150 I have never driven, but you have driven and it works very well.
Yeah,
It's
that's a good.
Jan's favorite engine. He always said when it comes price
Correct.
to what to say value for performance.
Absolutely.
You have been also dig your head quite much into that, or a little bit like the 150 when you're buying the boat.
Yes, but I don't recall having driven it.
No,
Unfortunately.
no, we never had one.
No.
But I think the 150 is the same basic engine than the 100. Yes, it is.
That's the 115 as well. Yep.
Or we could do the 150 with the, it's just a different pricing than with the, as we did on this year. Just remember the 22 T-top, which went to the Lake of Constance, which we did the 150 horsepower with the catalysator.
Yeah.
And then it's for sure a super setup. We did even do a video of that. Maybe that never went online. So bitte auch ein Video, eine E-Mail schicken. Also wir haben dieses Jahr eine 22 ausgeliefert mit 150 PS und dem Katalysator. Da müsste ich mir nochmal die Fahrwerte anschauen. Also ich habe das Schiff in Erinnerung, das super spaßig war zu fahren. Erinnerst du dich? Ich glaube, der Nico und du seid das sogar, habt das
Ja,
getestet.
ich glaube, der Nico hat mir Zeit da drauf gebracht,
Ja.
aber die Jungs waren begeistert.
Sie waren begeistert, genau. Also das, also würde ich mir die Testwerte nochmal anschauen, E-Mail schreiben und dann können wir schauen mit Mercury nochmal zusammen, wie viel weniger Power dann wirklich der 100 PS hat und dann kann man das, denke ich mal, runter skalieren. Aber ich denke, es sollte kein Problem sein, weil das Schiff geht ja sehr langsam, also es gibt ja keinen Hump. So nearly, das Boot liftet ja kaum. Ja? Und dementsprechend ist das, glaube ich, ja, sollte gut möglich sein. Haben wir sonst noch eine Frage? Ich würde gerne einmal noch gerade mal den Unterschied des Vorschiffs zeigen, dass wir einfach hier vorne eine wirkliche Bugkabine drin haben, die sogar mit einer Toilette hier ist. Ein kleines Waschbecken. Ob man jetzt, ich glaube nicht, dass man jetzt eine Woche Urlaub darin macht, aber man hat vor allem einen riesigen Stauraum, wo man einfach noch verschiedene Toys speichern kann und eine sehr große Scheibe. Und dann gibt es auch natürlich die Option, hier oben ein Camperverdeck zu haben, wo man das Ganze schließen kann, dass man hier oben auch bei schlechtem Wetter sein kann oder auch wenn man überrascht wird vom schlechten Wetter, dann hier oben fahren kann. This is also available on the 22. Yeah, we haven't done it. So es gibt also ein Kanapé, also wenn man einen T-Top wählt, natürlich kann man das T-Top auch bei der 22 wählen, haben wir jetzt gar nicht erwähnt. Ihr habt beide ein offenes Boot, eine Spider, aber das T-Top gibt es genauso bei der 22 und dann gibt es bei der 22 genauso ein Camperverdeck. Ob das so sinnvoll ist, es ist wahrscheinlich relativ viel Arbeit, das drauf zu machen. Aber ich glaube, du würdest wahrscheinlich bei Entscheidung nochmal, oder du denkst darüber nach, sogar ein T-Top bei dir drauf zu machen, weil es einfach schon viel Schutz ist gegenüber Sonne.
Ja, definitiv. Also das merkt man im Sommer auf jeden Fall.
Ja.
Und es ist nicht laut beim Fahren, sehr stabil. Was mich, ich darf auch beide Seiten sagen, aber was mich vielleicht stören würde, ist, ich mag, dass es hier alles offen ist und dass ich überall rauskommen kann.
Ja.
Das ist einfach, was ein offenes Boot schön hat. Aber das gesagt, im Sommer ist das manchmal zu viel. Ja, aber ich glaube, das ist wahrscheinlich, that's probably Jan's answer to me regarding the tent is get a 25.
Get a 25.
So we have a tent ready.
That's right.
We have an inbuilt tent ready in the front.
Yeah.
And if you are like a real camper, then of course you can just
Lie on the floor.
Yeah, that's of course also one thing. But then you can also, if you want to have something cozy, just be on the cushions.
Okay.
Might be a bit more comfortable.
So, but what would you then? Why would you consider 25 then for you to do a trip or maybe sleep at a friend's house? Or?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yes.
if you had maybe 1 or 2 beers, maybe 3
or
or
a very
4,
good crayfish party.
or crayfish
something.
party, yeah,
Yes.
and then you can have a nap and go back home in
That's
the
right.
morning.
That's right. Yes,
Okay,
exactly. Well, just to explore. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of really beautiful islands in the very proximity to our summer place. So that's. I mean, right now we are doing just day trips out to the islands, but why not stay for a night or two and explore even more?
I think that's it, Joe, from the 22 and 25. Phil, haben wir noch irgendwelche Fragen? Wir haben Boote in Traben-Trarbach, Probefahren. Wir haben auch Sonderaktionen gerade auf 22er, die wir noch an Lager haben. Mit dem normalen Setup, nicht mit dem Madpack vom Modelljahr 23, 2 Baujahr 22 sogar. Deswegen haben wir da einen sehr guten Preis drauf, weil wir natürlich auch wieder jetzt Schiffe mit dem Madpack an Lager bekommen. Also da kann man auf jeden Fall, wenn man vielleicht bis dato sagte, Axopar 22 ist einfach, wir verstehen das Konzept, wir finden das Boot mega, aber es ist im Preisrange einfach ein bisschen zu hochpreisig, kann man da auf jeden Fall zurzeit einen guten, interessanten Deal mit uns machen. Auf jeden Fall melden, die Aktion geht so lange wie die Messe läuft und ja, es sind schon 25er, sind schon 2 eigentlich so gut wie weg, also zugesagt. Schauen wir mal, dass die auch, es gibt ja Fernabsatzgesetz in Deutschland, das heißt, alles, was man auf der Messe kauft, kann man ja an sich wieder zurückgeben, aber ich glaube, die 2 Deals sind auf jeden Fall gemacht.
Und ich bin auf jeden Fall bereit,
auch um die Jahreszeit,
Probefahrten zu
die
machen.
auch
Ja,
mitten im Winter dicke Jacke, Mütze mitbringen, Handschuhe und dann geht's los auf eine Testfahrt im Winter auf der Mosel. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis morgen.
Okay.
Danke.